Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for Diabetes Decoded 2.0, a deep dive into how we can use Ayurvedic wisdom to better understand, manage, and even reverse diabetes. I'm Dr. Nikhila, and today I'll be discussing the food and lifestyle choices that can work wonders in managing diabetes. So let's begin. In a world where health is often reduced to sugar counts, calorie trackers, and trending diets, we have lost touch with the real goal, that is, understanding the person beyond the disease. So let's pause and ask, what if the perfect anti diabetic plan for you wasn't just about cutting carbs or choosing sugar free foods, but about aligning with your unique prakriti, strengthening your digestion, and embracing the right food and lifestyle that is required for the disease? Today, we are going to explore how Ayurveda personalizes diabetes care and how even the most modern trends like GLP-1 drugs or monk fruit can be integrated wisely and not blindly. In the holistic science of Ayurveda, we believe that the conditions like diabetes are a result of overnourishment. And what does the overnourishment do? It kind of derails the metabolism and increases the fat tissue and kapha bioenergy. It affects even vata bioenergy as well. So let us delve deep into a couple of very critical points that we can uh, modify, which will help us to break this chain of events. So the first up is the millets. Millets and diabetes have a very long relationships. To eat or not to eat, millet are the current rage in diabetic diets, and rightly so. They are high in fiber, low on glycemic index, filling and promoting satiety. Satiety is very important, especially when it comes to these overnourishment diseases. But Ayurveda looks a little bit deeper. Millets are considered to be drying in nature. That's a good thing for kapha related conditions like diabetes, obesity, etc. But not if it worsens your vata bioenergy or it even creates a little bit of gut discomfort. So, what should you do? Best simple ways. Rotate the millets. Don't fixate on one. Add good fats like ghee or sesame oil to reduce the dryness effect that can be caused due to the millets. Always cook them thoroughly. Now you can either boil them with some simple spices, or you can even you make popcorn out of it. You can just dry fry and they will pop open into beautiful little flowers, and you can make a snack out of it. You can always have the millet in the earlier part of your day, that is either in the mornings or in the afternoons, because they are a bit heavy for digestion, so that at the night you don't have the load on your abdomen, your stomach. Most importantly, observe your body's response, whether your body is okay with how the millets are feeling, how the food that you have consumed is feeling. Bottom line, millets are not universal fix. Personalization is the key. Now, let us look into something that is very common dietary requirement for a disease like diabetes, glycemic index, right? And what Ayurveda has to say about this glycemic index. We often hear about low glycemic index foods. They are good because they release the glucose slowly, right? But it's not just the glycemic index that you need to check. You should also check the glycemic load. Let us try to understand what are these. In simple terms, glycemic index or GI, as it is represented, is asking the question like how fast the glucose spike happens. And the glycemic load or GL, as it is represented, asks how much. So even a low GI food can have a high GL, glycemic load. If you eat too much of it, it will definitely spike the sugar level in your blood. So the mantra is eat the foods that are low in glycemic index and eat them in the right quantity. That is low glycemic load, right? So here are some of the examples. You can see barley, it is one of the best. Oats, quinoa, even sweet potato you can definitely have, but in moderation. Brown rice. So all the vegetables, fruits, etc. that are displayed here are definitely the things, the ones to go for. Now, let us understand the Ayurvedic energetics. Ayurveda asks, what is the energetics or the nature of the food that you are consuming and how it affects you? So, what we recommend is easy to digest food that is called as laghu, drying food, the food which kind of have a capacity to remove the excess of fat, excess of water in the body. Even food which are warm in nature are good for you. And how to understand this? The best way is to follow the taste. The bitter and astringent tastes are the best ones for you. Always try to go for the bitter and astringent tasting foods. Why? Because they reduce kapha, the kapha by energy, and even the fat tissue, meda. It rekindles the digestive fire and cleanses the body's channels and detoxifies. This is where barley shines. The example that we were looking at in the previous slide. Barley is one of the best, a classic grain favored by Ayurveda for conditions like diabetes. We'll come back to barley soon. So instead of just counting carbs, look at how your food feels, digests, and balances your energy. You will understand it in a 24-hour time itself. Now, let us move on to the next point, which is also a very important tool, fasting. Diabetes is called as a 𝗱𝗃𝗯𝗲𝘀𝗃. What does it mean? It means a disorder of overnourishment. And the accumulation of kapha bioenergy and the fat tissue kind of create events which will lead to the diseases like diabetes or obesity. Now, what does fasting do? Fasting is exact opposite. Fasting does exactly 𝗱𝗃𝗯𝗲𝘀𝗃, that is, reduces the excess. Now, how to incorporate? If you are a diabetic, intermittent fasting might be a little bit of a risky game for you. So, how to understand and enter into it with a very comfortable uh, baby steps? The first point is have early dinners, suppers, so that you have a window period of 12 hours from your dinner till your breakfast or brunch. So you get comfortable time and your body is resting, so you don't expend much of energy. So this is the best window for you to enter the fasting realm. Now, you can also start extending the fasting once a week. Definitely go for a weekly fasting calendar that can help you with getting used to this particular habit. There are also other ways. Herbal teas and warm water. Herbal teas and warm water help develop or build the digestive capacity that is required and reduce the fat as well. But avoid fruits only diet or long fasting without proper monitoring. Fasting is not starvation, it is a reset. Now, let us move to the next point. This is something that Ayurveda prouds itself. Some of the behaviors that you can inculcate in your day to day diet, and I'm sure you will find a lot of benefits out of this. What not to do, the four food habits that fuel the diabetes. The first one is adhyasana, that is, eating before the previous meal has digested. The second one is samashana, mixing foods that are healthy and foods that are not. Now, I can give a example of this. For this, the foods that are heavy, like fried food with yogurt. You have your chips or different fried items, and then you are also eating yogurt along with it. Fried foods, remember, are heavy for digestion, whereas yogurt is kind of heavy for digestion, plus it is cold in potency and can hinder the digestion of the oily foods, so leading to improper or hampered digestion. So always avoid samashana. The third one, ajirnashana. This is eating when the digestion is already poor. You are already suffering from indigestion, and on top of it, you go for extra food. Okay, so we have to make sure if we are suffering from indigestion, pause, let the process clear out, and then go for the next meal. Fourth one, atyashana, that is overeating. I'm sure everybody can understand this, and many of you can relate to it as well. Each of these weaken our digestive power. It builds toxins and worsens the insulin resistance. The first step in recovery is to stop burdening your gut. Now let's come to the next important point, that is exercise. Ayurveda advocates first to understand your capacity to exercise. How much is your capacity? How do you ask how to understand this capacity? There is a concept of exercising till half the capacity. How to identify? When you exercise, the point you get sweating and your breathing increases, it gets amped up, that is the half of your capacity. Now that you know what and when to identify your half of the capacity, slowly improve on it and build your stamina, and slowly you can shift it. This concept exists to make sure that you don't harm yourself and improve your exercise capacity in a safe way. Now, let us understand what is one best exercise for a person who has diabetes. Post meal walks. Move after the meals, a forgotten medicine, you can say. There is a saying, walk 100 steps after every meal. Why do we have to walk? It enhances the digestion. It reduces the post meal sugar spikes as well. There have been multiple researches which show that walk or post meal walks kind of reduce the sugar spike. It also supports metabolism, and it improves the insulin resistance, or it improves the sensitivity of the cells towards the insulin. Now, after eating, take a few minutes to relax, sit comfortably, or after the comfortable sitting time, go for a short walk. Ideally, you can even lie on your side for 5 to 10 minutes, but do not sleep, especially after big meals. You can do this. And here's a golden tip, make morning food intake your heaviest meal. Dinner should be the light meal, that is easy to digest meal, and it should always be had a little bit early so that there is a gap between your dinner and your sleeping time. Now, let us understand the benefits over drugs for at-risk group. You are someone who don't have diabetes as of now yet, So you have a golden opportunity to reverse it, to reverse the condition. If you are at risk, what do I mean by at risk group? At risk group are people who are genetically prone to develop such diseases, or who have been having a sedentary lifestyle or improper diet, who kind of have elevated the cholesterol or increased weight or are hypertensive. So all these people come under at risk group. If you are someone like that, then there is a second chance for you. You can adopt simple changes that are listed here in your diet and lifestyle and opt these over the future of taking lifelong medicines. Here is a list of benefits of adopting healthy diet and lifestyle to motivate you. At Live Your Best Life, we put you in the center, and be it the consultation, selection of medicines, or diet, lifestyle, yoga recommendations, we know that everyone is unique, and so are your requirements too. So we make sure that your requirements are properly enlisted. We understand you, and whatever we prescribe are comfortable for you to, as an individual, to practice it. Now, let us talk some trends. Okay. Um, yes. So the first trend: are you informed about the monk fruit? The latest sweetener craze, yes, it is natural, yes, it is low calorie, but it is not for everyone. Be aware, it is often blended with sugar alcohols and it's expensive. If it suits you, use it mindfully. Now, the next trend is the GLP-1 drugs. Is it boon or bane? From Ozempic to Wegovy, these drugs are booming. They help with weight loss and blood sugar, but they are not miracle cures. They may cause some side effects, require long term use, may not work if the lifestyle remains poor. Even experts agree no drug replaces food and lifestyle. Now, here are some of very simple recipes or specifically drinks that might surprise you. Let's talk the combination that work not just to recover but also to prevent diabetes. The first one is amla and turmeric. You can make this a morning ritual. There are a lot of benefits. It enhances immunity, supports insulin sensitivity. This is the main thing. The cells need to be kind of reprogrammed. Our body's capacity to reprogram is awesome, and we have to make sure that we utilize it to the fullest. Now, it also helps to reduce inflammation, not just the diabetes, but if you have inflammation leading to some sort of disease in future, this particular combination has it all. Now let us see how we can use it. There are three examples that I have shown here. You can either just, if you get the fresh fruit of this Indian gooseberry, definitely make juice out of it, add a little bit of turmeric, mix it in the warm water, and you can have it. You can have, if you don't have the fresh fruit availability, around the year the dried fruit are definitely available, either as a for in the form of a powder or the dried chunks of the fruit itself. So you can use it any which ways. You can use the powder, or you can soak a couple of these dried fruit chunks in the water at night, and morning you can use it to drink. Now, when you are using the dried chunks, make sure that whatever chunks are remaining at the bottom of the glass, you are chewing it nicely and eating. It is a very good source of fiber as well. Whichever works for you. The next recipe that I want to show, or next recipes that we want to focus on, are awesome barley and fenugreek. The barley water is light, cooling, reduces the 𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲 energy, excellent for reducing fat. Fenugreek, on the other hand, it reduces even the cravings. It's not just helps in insulin resistance, but also helps to reduce your craving to eat food. So it supports blood sugar control in the best possible scenario. It is one of the Ayurvedic superfoods. Now, personalized healing should be your next step. Remember, diabetes is not just a sugar problem, it is a metabolic imbalance involving digestion, energy, and your body's rhythm as well. That's why at Live Your Best Life, we have created tools that help you. Access your personalized healthcare plan. See the food list, do's and don'ts, highly recommended foods, highly not recommended foods, the ingredients that support your healing through daily guidance. This is what makes healing sustainable. And this is what it means to truly live your best life. To conclude, don't chase numbers, don't fear the food. Understand your body, nourish your Agni, respect your body's rhythm. Ayurveda sees you, not just your blood sugar levels. Thank you for being here with me. May your healing be deep, sustainable, and joyful. Namaste.